What's good, people? What's going on? Happy Tuesday. This your boy B, along with Steph the Oracle.
What's up, y'all? Happy Tuesday.
Dirty Dre.
Yo.
And Party J, aka Uncut Gems. What it do, brother?
What's going on? Happy DareDevil Day.
Happy DareDevil Day. I like
Happy
that.
DareDevil Day.
I like
It's
that.
a Marvel Day. We coming out
Definitely
in
a Marvel
style
Day.
today. Coming out here with the Wakandas, bro. Look at my Wakandas. Look at that.
But it's a Marvel Day, but are we going to be really happy after we
Stark Industries.
Half happy.
Half happy.
Half happy? Because I know Dre ain't going to be happy. He's going to have a lot of...
You ain't going to be happy either. What I got to say?
I believe it. Your soul spoke last night when we was on the team talk, so you know what it is. So again, happy Tuesday. It's great to be here. Another segment, episode 4. We got stuff to talk about, but before we get to the talking and the walking and a disrespecting Dre, I know he's gonna do it. I just know he's gonna do it. I know today's the day. Today's the day. You know what I mean? Steph, do me a favor. Let them know where they can find us at.
Absolutely. So you guys, you're joining us live on our perfect program that we have here. It's called Restream. And again, you can find us on all the social media platforms. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads. And of course, you can find us live here on Tuesdays. Absolutely. If you guys want to come as a host, come collaborate. We have our new website that it's up now. If you have it there, if you can pull that up for me really quickly. And we also have a link tree. So in case you guys want to reach out, collaborate, if you want to become a host, you have any suggestions for movies in the near future, definitely hit us up on these different links here and follow us. Absolutely.
There you go. Hit the QR code.
Hit that QR code.
Hit the QR code and stop playing with us.
Stop playing.
Like we're inviting you to come through and talk your talk, you know. But we're gonna do something a little bit different today. So, Party J, Uncut Gems. He got gems to uncut today, and it's important because you know a lot of stuff is coming out this summer. I feel as if there's movies need to make a comeback. Like it's because man, movies it's not been so well within the past. Let's say overall, I mean a quality 5 to 6 movies per year. I haven't seen that in a while, right? Like 5 quality movie theaters. We there and we're having a time of our life. We could get a chance to talk about it. It's been a while, you know. So Jay, what you got for us? What's cooking?
All right, so we're gonna start off with a little throwback gem. We're gonna start. If we're gonna do this segment, if it keeps recurring, I'm gonna keep doing a little throwback gem to start us off every time.
Okay.
So, first throwback gem we got on the day is. The movie I Know What You Did Last Summer, which came out in 1997. You know,
wow.
97.
97?
Damn.
Little old geezers.
Oldies.
You guys are old.
Movies back in the day, you know? Like the Jason, Freddy, all them. But I Know What You Did Last Summer. So with this one, a fan contest was actually happening for this movie, and a little kid won it. This little kid won a fan contest. He got to direct one scene from the movie. So, the scene that he got.
At what age?
Yeah, they didn't. I looked it up. It just said a young kid, so maybe he was too young to like release more of his like personal information.
Probably they didn't disclose that.
Yeah. But it was, like you know, I would say probably like a high school, maybe even like.
Okay.
You know, like something like that. So during that age range, I would probably guess.
Okay.
Yeah. So he won to direct a movie scene, and it actually kind of went down to be one of the most iconic scenes I would say in during the movie franchise, in the movie history itself. So he got to direct the one scene where Jennifer Love Hewitt was yelling the line, "What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?" on the street. So he told the director, he's like, you know what, I want her just to stand in the middle of the street, spin around and say it while she's doing it. I think it'll be fun. It'll be good. And the director, Jim Gillespie, he liked it so much he kept it in. And Dirty got the little scene right here, queued up, ready to go.
Okay, let's check it out.
He can't go to the police, not now. He's made sure of that. He's just out there and he's watching us and waiting. What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
What you waiting for? Remind me of Gwen Stefani.
What a scary movie.
Right? A scary
Scary movie.
First thing that comes to mind, bro.
Yo, that shit is
Oh,
crazy.
Yeah, scary movie.
That's hilarious.
Fall back onto where
Yeah.
where she's
Oh
doing,
my God.
mimicking the scene and the counsel's on the building. He's like, "What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?" And he just jumps off the building. You're like, "Oh, sorry about that." And they quickly walk away.
He said sorry about that.
Yeah, I remember that. That's so
Yeah,
funny.
so it's always good to see that. So so that's a little throwback movie gem for the day. So which was pretty cool. So another one that I have on the list is it's actually a movie that just came out recently that 55 days ago that's already breaking box office numbers. It is now sitting at number 5 all time, highest grossing movies of all time. The name of this movie probably surprised you. It's an animated movie. So this animated movie is Niza 2. Came out January 29th. It is the sequel to the Niza 1, which came out in 2019. It's currently number 5 all time, just surpassing Star Wars Force Awakens.
What?
And behind, passing Star Wars Force Awakens and sitting behind the James Cameron trio of movies and Avengers Endgame. So, which is kind of crazy for an animated movie.
That's crazy.
Yeah, only 55 days out in the theater so far, and it's already killing numbers. It's the highest grossing animated movie of all time, passing Inside Out. So, which is really $2.1 billion in 55 days.
What was the budget to make it? I'm just curious.
80, if I'm not mistaken, on the tweet I put up. But yeah, it's crazy how much money it just surpassed. Yeah, so you could definitely expect the third one out of that. I haven't seen it yet. It's released in local theaters around here, so it's not a fully released worldwide.
So you can say it's a hidden gem.
It's a little hidden gem. You got to find it. Look at that. Oh, see, some teeny little tag team.
Okay.
He made a funny.
So in the United States, in the U.S., we got to find in certain theaters.
Yeah, only select theaters in the U.S. So you got to
Shocking.
check up your local theaters. Look it up on Fandango. See what's around. See if it's close to you. The first one, you got to see the first one too. So unless you want to just go straight to the second one, it's up to you. But the first one you got to find online. I haven't been able to find it yet. But
I think I saw it on Hulu.
Hulu's on a Hulu already?
I think it's on
Hulu. Usually has all the animated.
I think it's Hulu. Yeah.
I remember I saw it. I was looking for it, and it said Hulu, I think.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So.
And what's the name of that movie?
Niza, Nezha 2. That's the name of the movie. Probably, I'm not sorry if I'm saying it correctly. Try to look for pronunciation, but it couldn't really give it to me. But it sounds like Niza 2.
Okay, so was the first one that popular as well?
Yeah, the first one
It
made
came out 2019, so
$20. In 2019, it made $780 million.
You can watch it on Peacock.
Oh, okay.
Oh, on Peacock.
On
There you go.
Peacock.
Exact same effort for this. Yeah, it came out in 2019. It made $780 million. So this one already.
That's still a pretty penny.
Still pretty good kind of penny for an animated movie. So
That's a pretty penny. Yo.
yeah.
Nah, that's crazy. So
During COVID time too, that's like just about to be
right.
right before too. So for it to
Also,
Right.
that would make sense because everybody's home. Everybody's like streaming. Of course.
Yeah, but I don't even-
But how would you pay?
I'm saying,
Would you have to pay with the same services? Like if you had access like Hulu and
I didn't even
Disney
know.
and all that stuff?
I literally just came across this movie when it was doing
That's so crazy.
weeks. I was like, "What the heck is this number 5 all time?" That's kind of crazy, you know?
Right, right. And it's one of those, and I think I saw the first one too.
Yeah.
Because 2019
Anime
it came
guy,
out.
and you like all those anime movies like Castlevania and all that stuff. So I'm
Right,
gonna
right,
put it past you.
right. So it's amazing, man. Like only putting up 80 million to get back $780 million.
Yeah,
Yo,
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
they won. Now this one, well, I'm sorry, I'm talking about the second one.
Yeah.
80 million to get back $2.1 billion.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. So
That's how you do it.
yeah,
That's I
literally-
call that the Jordan Peele effect. Remember Get Out? It was
Get
only like a $2 million budget.
Still haven't
and
seen
made
it. I know. I'm slipping.
Not
I
to
know.
be
Sorry.
listen. I'm not like I'll say I'm like not really a slight hater, but those movies are good, but they're not like great. They're good movies, but
Yeah.
This
I haven't
that's a
seen it
solid movie, man.
yeah,
I
That's
haven't
a
seen it
solid
yet.
movie.
concept about
Agree to disagree.
What you say, Dre?
Agree to disagree.
yeah.
Agree to do that.
Swipe left!
Now don't swipe left on Get Out. No way. Don't
Swipe
you dare.
I thought you don't
Right,
like.
right.
I thought you don't like those scary movies.
I was gonna say it's like I thought
Well,
I don't
well,
watch this.
Well, no, it's not a gruesome movie. I don't like the gruesome.
So you don't like
stuff.
slasher and stuff like that. You just-
Yeah, I'm
you
good
know,
with that.
suspense and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Oh, okay.
I turned semi green, so I can't My soul said, "Yo, we don't do that no more, my friend. Like, we're good." I'll try. Like, if you tell me it's a particular thriller and it's not as gory, then I can watch it. You know,
How would you be able to predict that though? Like how
gotta watch it first.
can.
Right?
You can.
like you gotta like watch it first.
No, I'm talking about you guys. I'm talking about if you watch a particular movie and it's like not as gory, and you could be like, you'll say, Ern, you can watch this. Like, it's a really good movie, and you can watch it.
Gotcha. So
You know
we're
what I mean?
the prequel. Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Can't recommend though that with the Art the Clown movies. So
There's some movies that's just out of control.
yeah, in the first 10 minutes, like refund,
What?
refund ticket.
Wow, off the rip.
Off the rip.
Yeah, you won't be able to watch none of those. It's bad.
But listen, shout out to this movie right here, Niza 2.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that it's in selective theaters in the US for a movie that made $2.1 billion.
Yeah.
I don't question, has it happened before for a movie out the blue to be like, it's selective in theaters but it makes 2.1 billion worldwide.
Overseas,
in the US, I mean.
Yeah, it started overseas, then came to the US. So I guess the US when they got the rights to it, it's only it's a limited selection, and then maybe as it stays in the movie and it keeps building up, it'll probably be released in more theaters. More theaters will start picking up the tab once like low movies that are not really producing a lot anymore.
Sorry, I'm making noise.
Kicked out, So
okay,
yeah, so
man, that's dope, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Whoever that company is, like they giggling, they over giggling with that, man.
Oh yeah.
So what else you got for us, Party J? What we talking about?
We got the popcorn ready. What's next?
Speaking about movies that are getting kicked out of the theaters early, this movie. Perfect segue.
Give him the DJ.
I actually got to blame us for this too, because this movie was on our watch list, and I know none of us have seen this movie yet.
No, we haven't.
No.
So you know what? We're to blame for this movie too. Only 18.
No. Don't say us. Don't blame us.
You're right.
We're held responsible for record.
Budget is 118 million, and they made 110.
Yeah, and the crazy thing too, this is Bong Joon-ho's follow up to the movie Parasite, who won Best Picture. Picture. So crazy, Crazy how it's
like
followed.
There's a lot of Parasite in this movie.
Maybe it's a flippy flop, Maybe you got to stick to a certain genre, because I know.
You remember when we watched it?
Yeah, what? Say it.
We watched it on the plane to Mexico.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
We all sat in the plane.
We all watched it together.
And we all hit play at the same time.
We all made sure that we were synchronized.
Yeah, we all synchronized. So we watched it together. We all hit play at the same time.
We were like maybe 2 or 3 seconds behind. I was like,
was it Mexico or Colorado?
No, it was Mexico.
It was Mexico. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, so in an interview recently, he said his next one's going to be a horror movie because he was going to team up with John Carpenter to produce like the soundtrack for that. So maybe his genre is horror, and it's not really this. So it's only 18 days in theater. It comes out digitally today, March 25th. Only 18-day run. Usually, like most movies, get like a 90-day run in the box office before it gets released digitally. But after COVID, it was shortened to like around 25 days. So it's even worse than this. So.
Also, after 25 days, go straight to streaming.
Yeah, so usually like after 25 days, after
if it doesn't do too good.
Yeah, if it's not producing numbers, and the theaters don't want to keep it in the selection rotation for the month or whatever it is, they just drop it.
Everyone's swiping left.
Yeah, they swipe left hard body.
Well,
swipe left on Mickey 17. Damn.
Well, hold on now. Like, we can't say swipe left because
no, not me. I'm just saying that the numbers are saying that.
Swipe left. Oh, right. You're correct.
The numbers are saying that.
And you know what's crazy? It's over here at 7.0.
Yeah.
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Metascore 72.
Yeah.
So
it's a decent score. It's a decent score.
So
it's very
was it
weird.
Bad timing that they put it out? Because I heard that happens.
Yeah, Q1 is a weird time for movies. I've learned from one of the big movie buff guys that's in my friend group. He said Q1
is like first quarter.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
First quarter movies are always like, not really good high producing movies, so they always put like a whole bunch of random ones and stuff like that in the beginning of the quarter. Right. So, it could be bad timing, could have been, just wasn't it was critically, acclaimed by the critics, but like for the fans, you're like, nah, you know what? I'll just wait till it comes out on digital, and you catch it after today. So we'll see. I'll definitely gonna catch it now once I see it pop up.
Right.
Yeah, because we didn't waste our time to go on Tuesday.
Yeah, right.
They ain't getting my $5.
So I think, I think we got homework to do.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Yeah, the meta score. Like, I always go by the meta score. Like I could see. So if you don't know, I'm a IMDb fan, and that's where I really that's my go-to for the movies for the scores. So if it's 7.0, but sometimes the medical score will be higher, you know, because people are talking and this is what they're saying, or whatever the case may be. I think we got homework to do. I think we just need to watch this and revisit this in maybe in a few weeks. Come back and then be like, let the people know this movie was good or bad.
Yeah, for sure.
It has to be fair because this is ridiculous, y'all.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the numbers. I'm like, what went wrong?
The numbers are not numbering.
Numbers are numbering. What is this?
I'm not, because that's my God, man. I'm waiting for Batman next year, and I'm like, nah, not my guy Rob, man. He ain't gonna play my boy out like this, yo.
You got like 2
Rob.
Rob. God, whether we talk to him one day and be like, yo, kind of ask him, what happened with this movie right here?
I am not asking that man what happened.
Hey, listen, I'll do it gingerly. I'll say, look, because he got blockbuster movies under his belt, so I know he'll probably say, hey, look, this happens and that happens, and it happens. To be honest, it happens. You know what I mean? It's just whatever the reason was. I don't know. Somebody went on X and was mad at one of the co-stars and it ruined the movie because that happens from time to time. So I don't know, man. But my God, yo, yo, let's keep going. More gems, please, because Steph got popcorn. I wish I would have got freaking popcorn.
We talking shit about movies. I was like, yo, we talking tea right now.
Man, send me some virtual popcorn.
Right?
Dip in the bucket.
Like, oh, we talking shit about these movies. I'm like, yes. We got
there you go, Steph.
Yeah. I want to know.
Yeah.
Whose wife is that?
You better fucking answer.
Who taught you that? Who taught you all of that?
That was my bitch.
Yeah. Damn.
Well, technically, it is
a woman. Like, all right.
That's my baby mama right there. That's
my baby mama. No, he didn't say that. Okay.
Yes, you can say that. Go, my bad, Party J. Go ahead, keep going. What more?
Cool. So now, you got? Yeah, I got you. So like every year, certain movies like people put on certain productions put on like the cutting room floor. Like big examples that Batgirl movie that came out that was supposed to come out a while back by Max. For some whatever reason they cut it, put it on the shelf. Took it as a write off, and never going to see the light of day. So this movie that I want to talk about, Coyote versus Acme. It's the same thing by WB. It was on the cutting room floor for WB in 2024, but now it's shopping the rights once again to get entertainment for North America distribution. And their recent Ketchup Entertainment really recently just came out with the movie The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie in 2024. So they're used to that like cartoony genre / live action. So like I said, it was a 2024 write-off. They're originally shopping it for around $70 million. It was going to star cast members such as like Will Forte, John Cena, and the premise of the movie is pretty much.
So that's like a big lineup.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's got pretty good stars in the beginning. So it's a pretty funny concept of the movie. It's pretty much Wile E. Coyote hires Will Forte as a lawyer to sue Acme, who's headed by John Cena, for all the failed products that he bought over the course of his lifetime.
That sounds funny.
So,
that's hilarious, yo. That's
hilarious, yo.
It's sick and tired of the BS of these products not working, and the roadrunner keep getting in the way, and now he's putting push to shove. He's suing the company.
That sounds hilarious, yo. How did that not go to the theaters?
Crazy how no one bought it. And then, like I said, there's another one of those movies that was when it was previewed, it was rated high. It was critically, everyone tested, loved it, favorable reviews, mostly favorable reviews, and they just couldn't find a suitable buyer to buy the movie. So,
wow,
that's very weird. They never get that, especially that Batgirl movie too. You can include in this too, like how movies like that never see the.
What about the Powderpuff Girls movie, the live action one?
Powerpuff Girls. They're definitely Powder Puff for sure.
Yeah,
they had a live action movie.
No, they had a live action one and they shelved it. And I think like a few weeks ago they released like the trailer for it, and they were like, "Yo, that shit
That's
the reason why it was shelved.
Oh my god! I
It
wish
was
I
horrible.
could.
You got nah. I was about to say don't show the trailer, but don't show the trailer.
Oh my god! It looked like hot god. Like it's one of those movies where like this movie would have killed the careers of those 3 girls. Like it was so bad. Like Mojo Jojo's not even a monkey. Like how you have a movie with Mojo Jojo not even be a monkey? Like he was some like dude. Like it was so random. Like
it's not even a monkey.
No, and they have like it's not like you can't even do like live like animated stuff because they had robots fighting in the street. So it's like
yeah,
like how you make my man a person and then in the cartoons he's like we waiting for this crazy monkey trying to beat up these girls. I thought it'd be funny, but that movie looked that trailer looked hot dog shit.
I'm looking at the picture and I'm like, what is this, yo?
Yeah.
That's mad. Nah, that ain't it.
Acting lens, big ups to them doing what they do, but some of it was just like, it was not happening. Like I was like, it was bad. The delivery was.
And you know what? It's similar to when a company don't put out a particular music album from an artist, and they tell you they don't want to ruin your career, right? Yeah. And they don't want to mess up like millions of dollars that they gave you or $800,000 budget.
Yeah.
But they do it for a reason. They've been doing it for this long to say, yo, don't you dare.
Yeah.
Put this out.
Yeah, and it was crazy too because it was supposed to be produced by CW, and CW put out bangers like it put out the Green Arrow shows, it put out the Flash, Days of Future, the Legends of Tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Supergirl. Right. So I was like, it was a perfect fit for WB to do that. All those shows kind of ended already, and they needed the next one to step up. And I don't know what happened. They missed the mark hard body.
Well, to be honest, I'm sorry, man. God willing, there's not somebody we love that's in this movie, and they don't haunt us. But why make a Powerpuff Girls movie like a live one? Why?
Definitely goes back.
A lot of you like, come on.
Definitely goes back to the old saying: not every cartoon or everything from back in the day needs to be turned into live action or something.
Exactly.
It doesn't work out. Sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Exactly. Even if it looks good, you're saying like, well, you gotta have to write a really great script behind this movie.
Yeah, 100%.
The script for Powerpuff Girls gotta be like, yo, did you see the plot for Powerpuff Girls? No, I didn't see it at all. Actually, you're gonna do it. I knew Dre was gonna do it.
I'm fucking curious. Hold on.
Once upon a time, Professor Drake Utonium created a family of his own.
Oh, not my guy.
Not him. From Scrub.
From Scrub.
Protecting Townsville from evil. As their fame grew, endorsements, even a cartoon.
Are those the Powerpuff Girls?
Oh my god.
They're all so cool. Especially Blossom.
But not everyone was a fan.
We've had enough Powerpuff.
As the years passed, there was trouble in Powerpuff Paradise. Blossom was constantly Buttercup was constantly rebellious.
I'm not a
fly.
Gender normative and ass ugly.
And Bubbles was
wait, isn't that?
That's Dove Cameron, my girl.
Oh,
one fateful day, the girls made a fatal error, costing Mojo his life.
Oh my God! Save us! I can't watch.
In the wake of disaster, Blossom ran away.
We'll turn this shit off.
We're good, bro. We're good.
Oh my Lord!
Dirty, we're good. Definitely a dirty move. We're good. Bro. I think the people needed to see it to be like, yo, what is this, y'all?
Oh my God! See, that was
like really. This is what we're doing?
You gotta put that link on Facebook, man.
Yeah.
That a week.
Show the people what they're not missing.
And I'm curious to see. I want to know what the budget like.
Oh my God!
I would love to know because I don't see it on here on IMDb. So
no, the ending got released. I think that just the trailer got released just to see, like, okay, this is what. Just give it like a little tease taste to people. Maybe they might bite at it. We were like, nah, we don't want that.
No.
Give it back.
And we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
And we're good.
Unbelievable, yo.
Yeah.
Like you can't bring every live action movie from animation, not all of them. You want to?
Yeah.
I know we all here got an animation movie that we'd be like, we would love to see it, but you're like, nah.
For mine, definitely Dragon Ball Z, and that came out, and it was probably It's now. Well, I would say after we finish the next one, it's probably the second worst movie of all time. But yeah.
Well, another one that said that failed was Mario, the original Mario Brothers.
Yeah, I know that was
like
bad.
a bad adaptation of it, But so far, like the one that comes
It's a
to
cult.
mind.
It's a cult. Classic. Yeah.
Okay. The old Mario Brothers, but the one that comes to mind is Sonic. That kind of like
Sonic was the best.
Yeah, it was the best.
Sonic was good. Sonic is good.
Like
What do you mean, live action?
Yeah, like live action.
I mean, with Jim Carrey and stuff like that. Yeah. Ghostbusters was good.
It keeps going. It keeps
with Sonic though.
Right.
It faced that drawback from the first iteration.
It did because Sonic was looking,
and they delayed that shit because
they changed it up because they fucking knew.
And what's the best part is they brought it back in the movie. They brought Ugly Sonic back in the movie.
They did.
Great move, such a great move.
It was because they were listening to the audience, and that's what happens. I think that's the hard part for directors and writers and producers, that they have to listen to the audience because those are the ones you're catering to.
The motherfucker who drew him never played Sonic. Never played Sonic. He drew him like that.
He must have been with a
What
blind.
was the first time using 3D animation software or something?
He said it was the first time.
They paid them enough. They paid them enough.
Like is this your first job, sir?
It's like you literally had
commercials count.
You had one fucking job.
Just
one job.
Same thing. That's it. You don't got to change it to make him look like more humanoid. Like my man he look weird.
He looks bad.
Like,
but look at it now. Like, I mean, look, some people
crazy.
Yeah, some people some of these folks. Well, a lot of these folks are on top of their game, man. But again, there are moments where you think the movie's gonna do great,
yeah,
and it doesn't, and that's the part that's kind of like, darn.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mark Wahlberg talked about this a while back, several years ago. He says, man, even the focus group was like, yo, this is pretty good, and it doesn't do great. He says it just happens. Doesn't want it to, but it happens. So, but man, the Powerpuff Girls though, no,
no,
no. I'm glad them girls are doing their thing now. They probably said, thank God.
Yeah,
they probably said, yo, ooh,
no thanks.
Yeah. Oh my God. But Jay, thank you so much for the uncut gems, and I know you got more. But we
beyond it.
You know what time it is.
We'll save them for the next time. We got it. Don't worry.
Absolutely, but you know what time it is. I know you got a couple more gems too, but we need to talk about what's going on and how we feel if we're gonna swipe left or right or left for preseason mid review for Daredevil.
No. We're doing Captain America first.
Oh, you want to do that Captain America first?
Yeah, we're doing Captain America.
Okay, so Dirty want to destroy Captain America first. You know what?
Dirty, you could put up that tweet too. It's a pretty fun. I have a pretty fun.
We're gonna start with We're gonna start with you, man. We're gonna start with you.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. So there's a quick number stats of Captain America. 5 out of 10 overall. 180 budget. It's over 400 million. So it's now considered a success. But do we really consider it a success?
No.
And then the last one I put on it now is are we expecting it not the MCU but more the mediocre CU? You know? Is that what
still
mediocre?
Have they run their course? Is it now the mediocre CU? So,
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, and it's like well, Dirty, go ahead, man. Just chew away.
Yo, it was just horrible. The only reason, the only thing I can say that it kept me up when I was driving home. It was that bad.
Okay, hold on. We need some context. Why are you watching a movie while you're driving?
Well, I'm listening like a podcast.
I don't believe you.
I think you rewatch it.
I think you were really watching it.
It was horrible. I mean, it was for the amount of publicity and he Anthony Mackie has become this a famous actor now, and you put him in this position where the movie is trash. This would have been better as a series.
I agree.
I agree.
I felt like with this movie, I think because I love Winter Soldier and the Falcon so much that I would have loved to see this movie expanded into a series to expand on the story more.
Yeah.
And I felt like a lot of stuff got left out and not explained and some things got rushed or whatever.
You also have to remember that this movie went through severe cuts, delays, reshoots. and everything. So it was already like, people. I think they went in knowing that it's going to get a big hit on a lot of those things, and they were just hoping to make back, as close to their money as they possibly can, which they did. They made it all back. So
They made it all back. Thank goodness. For that.
Times two,
they
right?
did good in the movie. They
Two and a half.
did successful, But yeah, I'm with Dirty.
It was just a lot of things in there. Like, we talked about this last night in our meeting, but the fact that they, in the trailer they showed the Hulk, the Red Hulk, the whole time. Like, I'm thinking they're gonna show him early in the movie.
Right.
He was only in the last 10 minutes of the movie.
Right.
Yeah, if that.
And then he looked badass, but then all the other stuff, the CGI when he's breaking up the White House and the columns coming off the ground, you see like the outline of the wireframe. I was like, what is this? It looks so cartoony. It's like it wasn't fully rendered.
Mm-hmm.
And then number one is like you continue off where you still had the racism thing in front of the show, and you're still holding our people down. It's like the whole oppression thing again is like, come on.
I know we already focused on that already. Like with Isaiah getting with the
we knew about it in the other season. Why continue?
He's like continue that whole situation.
Like it was just like.
Yeah, it also felt backlash too from the real life Israel Palestine stuff. So there are a lot of people who that Israeli chick presence. It was one group didn't like it more than the other, so they kind of diminished her role completely. A lot. She had a larger role in the beginning cut. They took out her affiliation. It was a whole bunch of stuff they cut out from her character in general. They just made her like a regular a white widow soldier. So instead of like her actual character biography.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll look at that.
So it just went. It's one of those movies where they could probably be like, we need to do a director's cut and see how that goes. Just like Justice League, the Snyder director's cut. Because I think to me that movie was awesome, his cut or whatever. So yeah, man. So you got so many great actors on here: Anthony Mackie, Harrison Ford,
great cat,
Giancarlo Esposito. Like, they brought back Tim Blake Nelson, which was cool, but I just didn't like the way he looked. There was a picture of what they were supposed to make him look. His head paws were supposed to be bigger because he's a super genius, but they decided to change it the second time around. Yeah, man.
And on top of that, he wore a hoodie, bro. Like a hoodie. He had a hoodie on with sunglasses, bro. It was like, it was. Are we carrying ET back to thing, or is he a hero?
With you, bro.
He said ET back to like.
ET.
Nah, it was like right. It wasn't. But for me, it wasn't horrible. It was cool because like I could tell. For me, I could tell when a movie's just horrible. Like when I'm like, I'm so pissed off, I'm like, I'm ready to walk out. This wasn't that movie. That's why I always tell people differentiate when you're talking about something's terrible, or when you call somebody ugly, we'd be like, that person's like, yo, you gotta be careful with these words, yo. You don't use these words so easily.
Every mother think their child is cute, bro.
We ain't doing that. We're not doing that. My children are very cute.
Look, I'm just saying.
Think they're beautiful.
They look like you, motherfucker. So if they
I'm not saying my kids. I'm not talking about my kids. I'm not saying
they ugly. No.
They look like you.
Ooh, you ugly.
Look, I seen some stuff on internet. I've seen clowns on internet who claim their kids are ugly and they're idiots. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Like super idiots, yo.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe their parents.
Yeah. No.
But the word terrible I'm referring to now. Let's go back to the word terrible.
So
it's just too much, yo. The movie's not terrible.
Yeah, the movie's not terrible. I think what it is that we have such high expectations for Marvel, and I think we set ourselves up for that.
Yeah.
And it was like it's not that I wanted more. I guess it was just like I was like this could have been better or that could have been better.
Yeah.
That I didn't realize like how much time and effort came into that. I didn't realize there was a lot of editing and a lot of parts taken out. Yes, I didn't realize that. So then me as a moviegoer, an average moviegoer, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't really take that into account. I'm literally taking it for what it is. And I'm just like,
You got to realize John Stanton's, Giancarlo Esposito's rather his character wasn't even in the original script of the movie.
Oh, really?
No, it wasn't. He was literally all in reshoots. Originally, Seth Rollins was one of the main characters in that movie. So you got to realize after all the scenes in the movie
wow.
are all post production, everything just reshot. So
That's insane.
This movie is one of the movies where it's like I went in knowing it was probably going to be bad, but I left. I left. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to
You
be.
would think, right.
Fine with it, I went in there with a low bar and came out with a medium bar. So it was it's not it's definitely on the lower half of the Marvel cinematic universe for sure. I think everyone could agree with that part, but it's definitely the worst ones.
No, it was not.
The worst ones.
No.
It wasn't the worst one. I think one of the worst ones was still what was the one where old boy ran into the sun? The movie Angela Jolie.
Oh, Eternals? No, I think
Eternals.
I think Eternals gets a lot of hate. It's one of those movies you have to watch it again.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It more. Like I think Love and Thunder was probably the worst. Like the whole core.
I was gonna say Love and Thor.
You're right. Love and Thunder is the worst.
Twisted. I was like,
yeah.
What?
She-Hulk was definitely worse.
I was like, Jane. I was like, and she died at the end, and I'm like,
there's definitely a lot of ones.
I was like,
I think people probably put the Marvels below this as well. I thought it was okay, but I think people put it probably below this one as well.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. I get what they're trying to do, but just do it right. That's all the way to say. Just do it right, and you'll be fine. Again, I'm a big fan of script writing, so the beginning, the middle, the end. You know what I mean? Make it worthwhile so we can sit in our seats and watch this movie and give you guys $20 plus popcorn plus candy plus maybe a hot dog, which equals to like $66.88.
Nah, you gotta think of the White Castle.
Oh God. Oh God, that's a little too much on the stomach.
Then you got the one. Then you got the other movie theaters that come in. They have a bar and they're charging $30 for a freaking Corona.
For a drink.
For the drink, and they're charging so much money.
Did you have a whole meal? I remember the first time I went to a dining movie. There's like, how am I supposed to eat this burger and fries in the dark? Like, it made no sense to me. Like, I'm peeked up here so I don't spill it on my shirt.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, listen, man.
Yo.
But like overall, let's just get to it and get it out the way. Swipe left or swipe right? Dre, you go first. Get it out the way, Dre.
Yo, for me, get one shield.
Swipe left. Swipe left or swipe right?
1 shield.
I'm gonna give one Captain America shield. I love it.
Captain America shield out of 5.
Okay, that's what it is. One Captain America shield.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, you guys.
And 1 shield.
All right, if it's 5, I'll give it 3. So flash me 3 times. Pause.
Whoa.
Go.
2, 3. Give me 3.
Don't you
unbelievable.
Don't you dare
Jay, what you got?
Me, I'm with Steph. Originally, I went in thinking it was gonna be 2 shields, but I walked out. It's about 3 shields. Bang, bang, bang.
One more.
I gave him 3 already.
Oh, damn.
Nah, I'm gonna go with 3 shields as well. Because the ending the ending really saved the movie, to be honest. It was cool.
I agree.
With Captain America and his sidekick doing what they do, going up into the 747s. I loved all of that. So I was like, okay.
That was dope. That was a dope.
That was pretty cool though.
Yeah, and the Hulk, of course. I mean, the Red Hulk, of course.
Yeah.
Everybody and their mama wanted him to get mad in the beginning, middle, and the end. I know, me too.
Man.
But it was worthwhile, and that's why I say we need a Hulk movie. Like, I don't know why they keep stalling on Hulk movies. It doesn't make no sense. You should have like 10 of these within the next like at least 15 to 18 years, yo. No excuses.
Remember how long it took to make a Wolverine? Deadpool,
yeah,
just to have him.
Right.
And those are like one of the popular comics: Wolverine, Hulk.
Right.
Like Wolverine versus Hulk.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
so we're here like why don't we have a Hulk movie by now? I mean, they're working on it. I don't know if you guys know. So Party J will let us know all in due time what's going on with that. But it's just like, why don't we have a Hulk movie in the interim with everything that's going crazy? Like, this should have been a Hulk movie by now.
So what's your hope for that? If we do have a Hulk movie, how would that
Hulk versus Wolverine?
Continue?
Hulk versus Wolverine.
Yeah. Okay, so then who are the characters that are playing that? The ones that are there originally, like, or
the ones. I would go with the ones original. I would if I was.
Who's the original Hulk? And don't tell me. I know it was Banner, but who's the original? Who's the
Like,
original?
you want Lou Ferrigno? Is that the answer?
Yeah, I was gonna say. You
Come on,
talking about Lou
Lou.
Ferrigno? You know,
Oh
like
no,
so
I don't
which,
think they're gonna go.
No, Ed Norton was the other one.
no. I'm saying, but who would you want to be the Hulk? Because you
I'm-
have
Go back on the
Like-
cast. You can't bring him back. You got to stick with
Ruffalo, right?
yeah. You got to stick with
Right,
Ruffalo.
you gotta stick with Ruffalo, but you can't add. So if you're doing dimensional Hulks, right?
Yeah.
Multiverse Hulks, then you'd have to bring them, all of them,
Right.
back. Well,
Yeah.
those
That's
two,
how
I
they
mean,
did it with
you know?
Spider-Man, because that was where my train of
Mhm.
thought was going, and I was like, oh, if they were to incorporate it, would they do the same shit like they did for Spider-Man? Because I
Yeah.
thought
Right.
it was pretty cool. I was like, they
Yeah, that
had
was
Andrew
awesome.
Garfield, and they have fucking Toby. They had
It all depends on what phase of the universe it is. You know, like
See, and I think
Right.
again, that's why I didn't understand it, because I'm like, I'm not as familiar, but that was where my mind was thinking. I was like, what Hulk
like
did they
so
bring back?
far, like all these movies that we see from Marvel, it picks off like some alternate reality, and then it comes back into wherever, back to the timeline. You know, like
Mhm.
it's weird. So I don't know. And then there was another thing I saw, I read, or I don't know if Jay posted it, like Henry Cavill was supposed to play Wolverine, something like that. Or he
Well,
was, like, a possible choice.
No, he was no, he
Mm.
played Wolverine in Deadpool.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, but now they're saying that they want him to play like.
wanted to play Captain Britain originally as well, and then I think now that role stopped, and it might be something else
I
now.
think
But
it might be something else.
yeah,
That
'cause
better be
Because
a
he
what if
left The
movie.
Witcher to go do
the Warhammer 2099.
right. So
Right.
he left to do that one.
That's
Right.
his favorite game of all time. So
Like,
When
he
I was
didn't
like,
leave.
I was like, oh, because I was like a
Uh-uh.
little upset that he left, but then I understood why he left.
yeah, they showed
Oh, okay. Yeah, about to say he didn't leave. He didn't leave because he just wanted to leave.
No. And I was like, I
Yeah.
was like trying to figure out. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
now I
They
get it.
ruined it. Yeah. They ruined it. Well, I don't know if they ruined it because they got one more season of The Witcher coming up this year.
Yeah.
But he left because it was like he basically, y'all ruining this. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the ending for Witcher, that last for the last season,
I
that
I'm
that
caught
last
up.
episode
I
was
think I'm caught up
crazy.
to the last of season 2.
It was like
Uh-huh.
it was the season split into 2 parts. So I know we saw the
Right,
first
that's what it was.
Right.
We saw
and
the
then
first.
we didn't see the second half.
So do I. Got to see
Right.
that as well.
Yeah, so it is what it is, but let's see what they do overall moving forward. Jay, is this like, what is this? What they call the movements with the Marvel
Phases.
Phases. Yeah.
phase?
Yeah, I think they're in phase 5
I
right
think
now.
this is phase 5 now, right?
The Doomsday is going to be the ending of phase 5, and after that, they're probably going to move on to X-Men movies. So that's the one thing they really want to focus on now. But we'll see what happens with both.
Well, they got the rights back, right? They got the rights back, so
they can now officially do all the new X-Men stuff. They don't have to use the old characters no more, all the actors rather. They can use they can recast a whole bunch of new stuff. So
and they got to go crazy. Like it got to be crazy. Like if you got the animation for that, that's awesome. That means we got to make the live action unbelievable. Well, they got to make the live action unbelievable now.
It's gonna be weird if they're gonna start with who's their immediate group of star 5 people. You're gonna have Jean Grey, you're gonna have your Storm, you're gonna have your Jubilee, maybe your Cyclops.
Right.
They're gonna bring Wolverine back right away. They're gonna go maybe the original ones with maybe Angel and Morph, stuff like that.
Right.
X.
Right.
So
Right. But you got to make it dark though. You got to make it a little darker.
Yeah.
Especially Morph.
You got to. Yeah. Well, right. Exactly. You got to. And Jubilee has to. Not Jubilee.
Storm?
Rogue has to have powers,
Rogue.
man. I need Rogue with powers. I'm not trying to hear it.
Yeah. Super strength. Super strength flying. Give me
I need Rogue to. Nah. I need Rogue to get busy.
Give me Ronda Rousey. I want a Ronda Rousey playing that. Give me some strong woman playing that role. Ain't taking no business. Some ready to put it down.
That'll be interesting. I wonder if Ronda Rousey's been acting lately. I'm not too sure. Besides WWE, but they got to be that role got to be great, man. It got to be great. But yeah, good luck to them.
Yep.
Like we do what we do. We're gonna spend our $20 per ticket. God bless Steph and Dre. Because if they go to the movies, it's like $250.
Tuesday.
It's always an adventure. The only one I remember we think we ever paid full price for, I think it was
Avengers when we saw it together, maybe.
Yeah, that was probably the
Batman too. So Batman together as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So it has to be a big scale movie in order for us to drop dollars. So
right.
Because
Like,
it's a family affair and it ain't cheap. So.
Hold on, who fell asleep on Batman? Didn't one of y'all fall asleep?
Not me. I saw that shit like 3 times.
Not. I saw it twice.
Oh, okay, yeah, I saw Batman. Oh
Not
yeah,
me.
probably gonna see the third time sometime soon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so look, man, I'm just shout out to Captain America, the actors. Man, they did their thing as always. Steph is right about, gotta put better light on Anthony Mackie when he's doing his lead thing, because he's done a couple of quality stuff. Anthony Mackie, to me, he's one of those dudes who he gets it done. But this one was supposed to be super special.
Yeah,
this was supposed to be the $800 million movie.
Yeah, it could have highlighted him more, and it could have
Separate from real life.
So
real
good,
life.
so good.
Real life stuff kind of effed that movie up. So it's like,
What happened?
Real life situations in the world.
Right.
Bring that too much in the movie itself, and I think that kind of that movie.
It was kind of reflected on it.
Thinking like comic book stuff instead of bringing real life issues. Real life stuff in the world was going on that kind of made them like, oh, we gotta do this right, so we don't make people mad and stuff like that. Instead of doing all that stuff, you just gotta, like, if people go to the movies to forget about all that stuff.
Absolutely.
That stuff kind of affect the way you're doing it. So that's kind of the big reason.
Lose the meaning of it because it's fantasy. It's the way. This is the reason why we go to the movies. We escape, just like we use movies and music, and we use it to escape. Not that we're running away from our problems, but just give me something. Entertainment.
Yeah. And no disrespect, I don't go to theaters to watch true stories. I don't feel like
That shit for Netflix. Documentary.
True events. I'm like, nah.
You're
not gonna make me upset today, man. I just don't got time for it. I'm cool. You know what I mean? But yeah, so we'll see. Phase 8, they gotta bring old characters back who's playing old actors back from the other movies, the other phases, to play new characters. That's how, to me, I feel that's how tough it's been, and that's the direction they gotta go to. They gotta go back to their go-tos.
They bring back
everything, right? So we're gonna see, man.
Yep.
So my moving forward onto this next segment is important to me because I've been kind of set, but I'm still loving it. So I'm talking about Daredevil. I'm still loving Daredevil, right? So this is the mid-season review. I don't know if y'all know, people out there, it's only 8 episodes. That's their new thing now.
Today, episode 5 and 6 today.
5, and they're giving us 2 episodes today. So
2 episodes today. Yep. So after this, 2 episodes.
So right now,
I'll watch it tomorrow.
Yeah. So I wanna know is when he's gonna wear this damn suit. Like I need you to put the suit on, fam. Enough is enough, yo. That's 4 episodes of no suit, except for the first one. And after that, I was like, nah, I need the suit on every episode.
Well,
we didn't get that. I was tight.
He kind of went through a little. So he kind of like, I don't want to wear it. I want to be Matt Murdock. I don't want the devil of Hell's Kitchen to take over my psyche. But I think it's slowly creeping in on him. You know what I'm saying?
So let's talk about it. How do you feel when he only wore the suit once so far? Like,
fine with it. To be fair, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it too.
You're good.
Yeah, because you got to build up to it. You got to remember that he lost his friend. He just like, you know what? I'm done with this.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, you got Kingpin also saying no more vigilantes. And right now, even though he's fighting his demons to come back, he's also listening to Kingpin. Also, like, I can't come back because of this guy.
Yeah, both
I made a promise to Kingpin that I won't come back. So
okay, Steph,
he's fighting the urge.
Here's my thing. I think when we focus on episode 4, I think when we were first introduced to Frank Castle, right? I think the most powerful line that was given is like, "You need my permission." So when my man said that, it was just a matter of like, it hit you right in the heart, because I think he wants to put on that suit so fucking bad. And I think he needs some confirmation from Frank, because Frank will probably be the only other person to understand the shit he's going through. And my man said he's always having that voice in the back of his head. He's like, "Daddy, go get them." I was like, oh!
Yep.
I was fucking in tears.
He is by far the best Punisher.
I was in tears. I was like,
well, hold hold on.
You done said something else. Hello.
Hold on. I'm sorry, Steph. I agree with you 100%, Steph. Like, yes, 100%. I'm over here like, yeah, we're on the same page. Dre, don't get it twisted, man. Don't disrespect my man Dolph Lundgren like that ever.
Oh,
that movie was fire when we were kids.
You were gonna bring it up.
Don't disrespect Dolph like that, man.
I like the other guy.
No way.
Thomas Jane.
Huh?
Thomas Jane. I like Thomas.
Yeah.
That movie was good to me.
I thought it was good.
I'm sorry, man.
Fucked up John Travolta. Stop it.
It was cool.
Kevin Nash.
Diesel. It was cool.
Big Daddy Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that was Kevin Nash. Right.
The Russian right there.
Oh, the Russian.
Right.
Right. Came back in
Dolph.
Oh my God, I forgot.
Ray Stevenson?
Holy shit, I forgot.
Kevin Nash played the Russian who
the Russian.
You re-saw him in Deadpool and Wolverine in the negative.
Yeah.
Forget the name.
Holy shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But Dolph Lundgren was to me, he was the originator for the live action, for that movie back in the day. And that movie was
wasn't Ray Stevenson the other one too? Like
that's darker. Yeah, that's it. Ray Stevenson. I was like, there's one more. I can't remember his name, but yeah.
Oh, that one came after Thomas James.
Yeah, this was like a lot darker than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It didn't work out. Twice left.
And then you got Power Puff.
Oh. Major League Baseball Thursday opening day. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
That crap out of here.
To come back.
Power Puffed.
I can't wait for baseball.
Get that Power Puff out of here.
That Powder Puff. Gotta call it
that didn't work, yo.
Powder Puff.
That didn't work.
I'm
sorry, man.
I did. I said Powder Puff, my man.
Powder Puff. I knew you said something. Okay. I thought I heard you say something.
It's like the donut. Just press that shit real quick and that shit went to dust.
New catchphrase 2020.
Nah, look, man. But seriously, but don't get me wrong, yo. That's why I love Daredevil. I wish it never stopped the way it did, for us to wait for like 5-6 years. That it should never have happened ever. But I get it. Marvel took they belong back, and Disney and whatever.
Yeah, I think Disney got to make it.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
And they would have gotten backlash if this was trash. If this season was trash.
That's absolutely.
For it.
You got to remember also too. Episode 1 was shot after the whole season was made. So technically, episode 2 was supposed to be the first episode, but they, they didn't have Foggy back. They didn't have I can't remember the girl's name back. So they shot the Karen. They didn't. So they reshot everything.
Karen, yeah.
They reshot
typical.
So 1 after everything was done.
What are you saying under your fucking mouth? Wow. What did you say?
Typical Karen.
Typical. Why is it typical? Why is it typical? Really? Is it typical like that,
though? I like Karen.
Yeah. Shout out to Deborah Ann.
Muttering over there.
Look, shout out to Deborah Ann Wall, man, who plays Karen Page.
Yeah.
Deborah Ann Wall. She's awesome, though. She's awesome.
That redhead, love her.
Redhead, yeah. I'm mad how she just went to another state. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, she's like, yeah, I'm out.
And just leave my man hanging. He's like, just because our friend died, I didn't mean to change nothing. I'm like,
coming back. She's coming back in the second half. So we'll see. We'll see her again.
Where did she go though? Again, she was like, I'm going to San Diego or something, or California.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm out. He said, what? To you women out here, this is how when men put their hearts out, and you man gotta go. That's what it is. I felt his pain. I know he was like, yo. I thought he was gonna say something like, yo, you gonna leave a blind man like that, fam? Word. But he didn't. Thank God. Right. But nah, he got hurt. You know what I mean? But this show is the writing. Thank God we paid the writers. Thank God we pay the writers. And again, thank God we pay the writers what they deserve, yo. You know? Because man, they're writing their ass off right now. You know, I'm kind of mad that the Kingpin kind of slimmer than the usual. But they put it out there that his character is going to lose weight, Vincent D'Onofrio. You know, and it makes sense because it takes a lot, I think, picture-wise, for him to hold that image of him being the Kingpin and him being that big, you know. And I started to notice that with the camera work, but now they just said, just lose the weight, you'll be fine. It's still the Kingpin.
He still looks good. He still got a big presence, you know, big menace presence. So he still rocks. He's still
Right.
doing.
And he's
And
an
I
actor,
think
so he
when
got so much more to go.
yeah, of
Mhm.
course,
Yeah.
'cause I love that. I love the fact like how when Daredevil and him first met up, it was like, "Yo, your step is lighter." Like I sensed it. I was like, "Oh, he talking about your weight."
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, look, I knew it was gonna happen eventually, because if you remember Captain America, the original Captain America role, he started losing weight, he started losing the muscle because he had other movies to make too. So that's what happens as an actor. You gotta drop gain.
Mhm.
It's not the healthiest thing, but they talk about it. And they
Yeah.
say, "See, look, man, I can't stay with this muscle of extra 20 pounds of muscle for this long.
Yeah.
Got this other movie I gotta shoot." You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But so let's talk about, oh man, White Tiger. They took him out of here immediately.
We can never have nothing, bro. We can never have nothing.
Well,
Yo,
he
you're
had his own
stupid.
personal real life issue. That's why this why he got.
No, but I'm talking about like in the storyline itself, like the White Tiger was that. I haven't read the comic book with the White Tiger, so I'm asking you, Jay, was
I
he
played a
part
bunch
of
Yeah, I mean, I
was he
don't.
part of the whole Daredevil universe the whole time in the comic books?
He was. I mean, I haven't really gone a lot about the backstory of White Tiger itself. Like, I know his mantle gets passed down to his family members eventually. So, like in this show, you see the little girl. You see the little girl.
His
And
niece.
Del Toro, his niece.
Yeah.
She eventually takes over the role of the White Tiger. So,
Right.
which was it's pretty cool. That's the girl you see on screen right now.
Mhm.
What's cool is that in this episode that was shot right here, someone had an interview with Jeffrey McNamara, and he said there was different versions of the one scene they shot where the White Tiger amulet was being packed up in the bags and stuff like that. Where in one scene they had it with the eyes like glowing up to signify that the amulet was sensing another
The next person in line to get it.
person in line, which kind of also ties
Worthy, the next person that's worthy.
yeah, which kind of also ties in with like what they're doing now with Marvel, like with a whole bunch of like the Young Avengers,
Mhm,
so
mhm.
could be another Young Avenger candidate to be part of the team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Ooh.
kind of like almost like a Easter egg, kind of like a subtle foreshadow of they show the amulet, then they show the little girl right away. So it's it's kind of cool to see if that ever pays off in the end. See if they actually do wind up casting her eventually as a young White Tiger. You know how like Chadwick Boseman passed away,
Right.
passed down to Shuri,
Right.
his
Right.
sister. So it'll be interesting to see if they do the same thing with the White Tiger. But
I was convinced because when I saw her in that scene where she was crying and talking to
Yeah.
him, like I was like, you need to, and I want to see my uncle. Like it was just
Yeah, it's
the
hard.
emotions were there. The emotions of her face. I was like, I think she's gonna be the next one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
She's gonna pass down and be fighting for vengeance.
yeah, it's I hope they kind of give us that like that kind of payoff. Maybe not right away this season. Maybe at the end of see some down this line because the second half of this season is going to be. I think it's going to be crazy with Muse. Popping up. We have only seen a little bit of him.
Right.
You see like his. I don't know if you guys pay attention to a lot of the spray painting on all the buildings and all.
Yeah, and they're mimicking
Well, I
the
didn't see that.
tattoos that were on some of the cops.
Yeah, so
And I was under the impression that I thought it was like Punisher. I was confused. I was
Yeah.
like, "What is
Yeah.
all that?"
like in the first 4 episodes, if you see on certain buildings, there's spray painting like murals on the walls.
On the walls.
As the most sign on the bottom like Muse.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty cool like subtle foreshadow. Like he's like kind of the overarching villain of this season. And when we watch the rest of the season, we'll see how the battle between him and Daredevil plays out and see what.
My man's gonna
Yeah.
put on back that suit.
Yeah. I had a read up on him too, and he got like he's super strong, like superly strong. So
And he can't sense him. Daredevil. I remember there's a thing one of his superpowers is Daredevil really can't sense his presence. So that's why he doesn't really know like that.
So
They're
man,
about to get fucked up.
Yeah.
He about to get
Okay,
psychic.
no body odor, nothing.
Yeah,
You can't even whiff him.
yeah.
right. So that's gonna be real.
He
That's
goes
gonna be
psychic right to the right to the forehead.
They
Right.
released the mid-season trailer. I don't know if we wanna check it out. It's a quick minute 30. Play it real quick to see what
Sure, nah, we don't mind. Yeah, definitely gonna knock it out tonight anyway, but definitely wouldn't mind. And R.I.P. It's been almost a couple of years. Camar De Los Reyes, who played
Camar-
White Tiger.
Yes.
Kamar.
Yeah, man.
Better known for, was it One Life to Live?
One Life to Live in General Hospital.
General Hospital.
I think.
That's where he's from.
Yeah.
This dude looks so okay.
Yeah.
There it is.
You played the police officer.
The police officer.
No
Yeah.
proper, royalty right there.
Yeah.
I looked him up. I was like, that's who he is. I knew. I remember.
I was like, I knew I recognized him.
I recognize that dude from somewhere.
And I love
else.
that they brought up the Puerto Rican heritage as well. I love that as well.
Like how they played the coquille.
I love that they the coquille at the end. I love
very,
that.
very heartfelt, very warm. F cancer, stand up to cancer. You know? Him and both Chadwick Boseman.
Him and Boseman, yeah.
Passed away. Both passed on their mantle to a younger sibling. You know? Get yourself checked out. It's never too late. Especially as Puerto Ricans. That's one thing we.
That's what I'm saying. We can never have nothing, bro.
Shut up!
Come on, man. All right, enough.
Play
this guy.
Keep showing us a press on all these movies, man. These Marvel movies.
Oh my God.
I don't like it, bro.
Oh my Lord, you crazy! All right, here we go. Let's see.
Show the trailer.
All right, let's do it.
Hands in the fucking air!
When I was a kid, I thought God had given me a special destiny. Like a mask and a purpose could save me. My mistake was thinking I was immune to the darkness.
It's hard to come to terms with a violent nature.
Tough guy, huh?
Not at all.
Oh, they can twist out.
It's time to
There
embrace
he
your
is.
true self.
There he is. Guys, spooky. There he is. There he is.
Not.
Done.
You're not putting it on right after this episode finishes. You're doing yourself a disservice. This goes up once we finish. We kick off. I'm turning around to this TV. Making myself my turkey burgers and eating it like a little kid.
Oh my God, that's so.
Nah, I can't wait. I'm glad they're giving us 2 episodes, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I like that little white tiger foreshadow. Also, again, they did it again. They showed the white tiger.
Yeah.
They showed the little girl again. So
yeah, with the and you know, I thought they were gonna give her. I don't know. I don't remember. Did they give the little girl his personal belongings?
it's
No,
still
we don't know. We don't know.
I think he's still at the morgue. I mean,
No,
I don't
Still
know.
at the morgue, right? Okay.
up in evidence because they it's still in the coroner's office. It's locked up in the evidence bag. So that
Yeah, so
I don't know until the case gets closed, until they find the actual murderer, because that's all evidence in general. So until it goes to court and gets decided, and it's gonna get stayed there until maybe they take it.
maybe they
Over
take.
here talking true life. True life.
That's what.
I mean, listen, this is how movies come
It
to
might take
be,
months.
man.
It might take months. We might see it next season.
Yo, I can't.
Oh,
I can't.
Oh my God, horrible. But look, man, I can't. Like I said, I can't wait for the 2 episodes. So Captain America didn't fare well. To recap, we had mixed emotions as usual when they talk about certain stuff that's just too personal. You know, we're gonna feel some type of way. It's so unfortunate. Kamar passed away, because I felt like if he didn't, he probably would have been the White Tiger for the whole season, and he would have been fighting side by side. That's the only reason I think they had to shorten it.
Yeah,
you know, because they talked about how he wasn't feeling well.
Yeah.
Jay, did you have any information or anything about what was going on during the course of that when he was when he was playing the White Tiger, and then they said I heard they talk about he wasn't feeling well, and they started to notice.
They cut his part short. It wasn't, the cancer was taking over. It was very, bad for his health to continue that. So they kind of almost rewrote it off per se. But that's why his character was only in there for a short period of time, and not a longer, and carrying the mantle longer.
Yeah. So like I said, man, it's the show is still I don't want to have to do it, but let's do it anyway. Swipe left or right, because I'm swiping right easily. Like
We all swiping right.
25 times over.
We're giving it. We're giving it.
4 out of 5 glasses.
Yes. I mean,
we're giving the red sunglasses.
There we go.
Out of 5,
4 out of 4, 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. I got 5 out of 5.
4 out of 5. 4 out of 4.
4 out of 4. There you go.
Oh, 4 out of 4.
4 out of 4.
Yeah.
One for each of us. One for each of us.
There you go.
Yeah.
4 sunglasses. Flashes 4 times. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, it's easy to watch. Like I said, people who don't know, it don't matter. It doesn't matter how much action scenes you have. We've watched movies or shows with action scenes galore. That's great, but without great writing, it's nothing.
Amen.
It's absolutely trash if the writing is not great. Middle, beginning, end. You don't got that. We just watched a lot of good action scenes for nothing. So yeah. So Daredevil, Born Again, shout out. Thank you for bringing it back after all these years. You did us dirty.
Oh yeah.
And I don't mean no pun intended dirty. So yeah, we're good to go. Steph, before we leave, let them know one more time where they can find us at moving forward. 20 Talk 20.
Absolutely. So again, we want to make sure you guys are following us. We're on all the social medias. We're on YouTube, Facebook. We're on IG. We're on Twitch. You also can find us on our new website here. You can find us on Podpage, and you can also find us on Linktree, and you can find us on Spotify and Apple Music. So we are on all those socials. If you guys want to collaborate, email us, find us on our website. You can call us. You can get in touch with us. Come on the show. We want to hear. Do you have any recommendations? Let us know. Come on the show.
They do. Can't wait. So this is us saying goodbye for now. See you next week on a new time. Next week will be, Steph, am I right? It's going to be Wednesday?
We will be on Wednesday. Yes.
And why is that? And why is that?
Your birthday.
Let's go. Team Aries. Let's go.
All day.
Let's go.
All day.
We'll be at the bar watching the Knicks game.
That's right.
We're going to see
Nice.
eat some wings and eat some b-ball.
Let's go.
That's
Go. April, what's that? What's that? April what?
I believe
Is
that's
that
April 2nd.
April 2nd. Yeah. My birthday's April 12th. Yeah. Dope.
Nice.
Dope. Aries are the best. You already know that. Your husband knows.
You already know.
So we're gonna add Ernst's Venmo account now.
Yes, we'll put the link up there.
Cash
In the captions.
Cash
Hey, that's crazy, people could literally be like, put my Cash App up. I did that one day as a joke, right? And I said, it was like, I think 2019 or 2018. I said, yeah. Everybody gave me love. It was like over 100 people. I said, yeah, just Cash App me right here. One of my homegirls hit me up. He said, Ern, are you serious? I said, no, I didn't want to ruin your day. I was just kidding. Like they didn't get the joke at all, But man, when my homegirl hit me up about that, she was like, "Oh," I was like, "Breathe."
So funny.
It's definitely just a joke. I won't put my Cash App up there, so I won't ruin nobody's energy. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, man, another great day. Thank you so much, guys, for listening, for tuning in. I'm Ern B, Steph the Oracle.
Bye, guys.
Steph with a new dance. I've never seen that one before. Dirty Dre, aka Dre.
Yo.
Oh, Dre didn't say nothing. Oh,
Yeah, like, yo.
Cool.
Yo.
It's the glasses.
Man,
It's the glasses.
No, listen.
Dre, when you put those glasses on, yo, you become cool. It's happened to me. I'm telling you. I didn't want to smile no more.
Yo, I'm here. Good night.
I didn't want to smile. I just want to keep a model face, like.
And doing was a blue deal.
And shout out to, of course, don't forget Party J, aka Uncut Gems.
That's right.
Yo.
Keep me on X. CinemaCon comes out March 31st, so a lot of studios are coming out. They're gonna be showing a lot of trailers and stuff.
Ooh.
On X
coming up,
hitting you with the gems, baby.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Peace and love, and have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Later.